Hello, my name is Cody Kleinschmidt and I am part of the Africa Group. The country we decided to do was South Africa, and I am presenting on the fun and unique aspects. I want to jump right into 10 of the most popular foods in South Africa. I'm going to do my best to pronounce these names, but bear with me. The first one is biltong and droros. This is jerky from beef or other wild game. Boerewors are beef sausage mixed with pork or lamb served in a coiled shape. Cape Malay curry is, this one has a little story behind it. When the Dutch and French landed and settled in South Africa in the 1700s, they brought with them their slaves. Their slaves were from India, Indonesia, and Malaysia. And these slaves also brought with them their spices and traditional cooking methods. So this dish is actually based from that and is still one of the most popular foods today. Malva pudding is sweet baked sponge pudding, typically with apricot jam. The next one is chakalaka and pap. It's a fun word to say, but that's a mixed vegetable dish. Next we have not necessarily just a food, but more of a celebration. This is braai or shiza nyama. So back when this first started, butchers set out barbecues right outside of their shop, and they would try to sell their food then. Today it's kind of evolved into more of a celebration and event every weekend actually. So people will gather outside of braais on the weekends and share music, share food, and just a really fun atmosphere. I feel like it's kind of similar to some events we do around here, but they get to do it every weekend, so it's pretty fun. Bunny chow is hollowed out loaves of bread stuffed with spicy curry. Our Amarula Don Pedro is a cocktail dessert containing a cream liqueur and ice cream. Something you'll hear later is that South Africans really like their alcohol, but we'll get to that later. Bobati is minced meat with spices topped with a mix of egg and milk. The last one is milk tart. This is pastry case filled with milk, eggs, and sugar dusted with cinnamon. This is one of their comfort foods, I guess. Next, we're gonna move on to more of like the fun facts. This one is about their drinking water. They're rated number 3 in the world for safeness and ready to drink. So people typically think of Africa not being super clean or probably ranking at something like this, but it's really interesting to see that they are the 3rd highest in the world for safeness and ready to drink. Now we're going to get to the alcoholic beverages. Like I said, they really like their alcohol here. South Africa has around 560 wineries. They have a route called Route 62, and it is the longest wine route in the world. So if you're looking for a really good wine tasting, I guess you know where to go. Sabmiller Brewery is the largest brewery in the world, and it supplies 50% of China's beer, which is just got to be a crazy amount of beer because China's a very large country, and they supply 50% of it. Beer is also considered South Africa's unofficial drink, and this is especially true during sports seasons. Some more interesting facts include South Africa is the only country in the world to have hosted the soccer, cricket, and rugby World Cups. They also have Cape Floral Kingdom, and this is one of the world's 6 floral kingdoms, and it is actually the only one contained in one single country. They are also the world leader in mining and minerals, coming with 90% of all platinum metals on Earth and 40% of all of the world's gold. Lastly, I want to kind of talk about their landscape. People think of Africa as typically desert safari type thing, but South Africa, being on the very south of the continent, they contain desert, wetlands, grasslands, subtropical forests, and even mountains. So they're really diverse in their landscapes, so this will provide lots of different opportunities for different food and resources. And then here is my works cited. But thank you for listening in on the fun and unique aspects of South Africa.